line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We're live here tonight at USA International Speedway here in Lakeland, Florida. Tonight, the Season 1 Street Stock Championship is on the line. And as everyone finishes up their qualifying and getting ready for the show here tonight, we're going to bring to you, for the very first time ever, the Season 1 Championship for these Pedal to Metal Racing League Series. And it's going to be a doozy, as tonight, this race brought to you in part by Matt Mills Racing Team, as well as Pottlez Wrapz. This is going to be a show that you are not gonna miss. Share us around right now and get them all situated out. The drivers are getting ready to get into gridding order right here. And boy, oh boy, has it been a strong season here. As we will start them on the pole, we will go ahead and get into our grid of drivers. Tonight we're starting off with the number 24, the pride of Texas, the one you don't mess with Texas. That's Kayla McCarthy in the number 24. Runner, and here outside, it's going to be Dakota Bruh in the 52. Runner number 2, it's going to be Robert Kahn in the 21, and is outside, that's Cindy Taylor in the 7. Runner number 3, Keith Taylor in the 8, and is outside, Jeffrey Oakes in the number 20 machine. Runner number 4, Matthew Hoffer in the 84, and is outside, it's going to be Cooper Rollins in the 13. Runner number 5, Lance Brandlinger in the 15, is outside, that's Dave Bitchner in the number 3. Runner number 6, Dustin Rouse in the 30, and is outside, that's Chantel the Throttle Pottle in the number 5. Shotgun on the field, Shane Ledoux in the 51, and Dustin Sloanaker in the 50. 14 drivers ready to finish out this season on the right note. The season championship is on the line, and only separated out by 10 points is the first and second spot. 13 points to the third slot. Lance Brandlinger, that number 15 Havoline machine, will be the points leader going into this one, with Dakota Bruh in the second slot by 326. Matthew Hoffert in that 84 Chevrolet machine, he'll be your front runner for third. And then everyone behind him tied as well with Matthew is Dustin Rouse in the 30 Camo machine back there in the back, so he's got some work to do here tonight. And then you got Cindy Taylor in the 5 currently with 311, Chantel the Throttle Pottle with 306, and that really is where everything kind of plays out here tonight. That's the most that they're going to get points-wise that can actually win this one here tonight, depending on who finishes where and how the race all starts up and finishes. We're getting them all situated out now. We'll bring them around one more time. Standing start. The fans are on their feet, and I know you at home are ready to see this one. It has been a long time coming. It has been a long season, but these drivers have figured it out. They want the win here tonight. And on a special little note, you see that number 7 is Cindy Taylor. A family member of theirs, their son, has gone in to the U.S. Army today. For that, we thank you and salute your family for everything you've done. Be sure to show them some love in the comments for this one here tonight. As they bring them on around, it's parade lap time. They're all on their feet. They're getting ready for this one. It is time for the Season 1 Championship event for the Street Stocks. The designs on these beasts, the designs on these cars, absolutely phenomenal to see, and it's been an incredible season talking about these drivers and their stories. And now, where it all matters, they look to get their very first season championship. But you know, a lot of them still want some bragging rights here. We bring them on around now. Whoa, wait a minute. Some contact made there in the back. Heard some little rustling and feathers of back there. Looks like everyone's okay. Looks like Chantel is just getting a little loose on the tires and ended up tagging the wall. Bring him on around the turn 4 though. Ford Mustang machine off the track. They line them up. And we've got the green flag high in the air. 100 laps to the distance for the Street Stocks. Off and running immediately off the start. Kayla McCarthy leads them on in. You've got Dakota Bruh the outside while Robert Kahn tries to work them on to the inside. Now they go down out of turn 2 here. They'll down the back straightaway. Right into your living room. They're coming to you. Work them on in. Whoa! Contact me there by Bitcher and Rollins as well as Lance Brandlinger, the points champion. Holy smokes, the points leader gets the shaft early. That is 3 cars involved in that one. That's going to be a caution. Yellow is out, and no, it's not because the flagman was scared of that U.S. Air Force afterburner machine of Cooper Rollins. That was because there was some serious contact made there in the back. We're going to the replay to find out all about that one. Holy smokes. Let's another look at it. Looks like a close look here. I want to see if maybe someone just got a little loose here, or maybe it was just a little entanglement here. Oh, Brandlinger got a little bit down too low there, and he ended up tagging Hoffert. Hoffert giving him the shaft, and unfortunately, those guys not able to keep it clear there. It may have been early, but we're going to go on board here with Brandlinger. He is the points leader going into tonight's race. So you know, of anything, he wants to win. He needs a strong finish to stay ahead of Dakota Bruh, as well as Matthew Hoffert, which he ironically was trying to take on here. Looked like he just backed off a little too hard, and that's set the tire spinning, and unfortunately you hit the brakes too hard there. It's going to send you for a loop. And that's exactly what happened there. As we bring him on around now. Drivers all situated out and taken care of here. They'll bring him on in and get him figured in here a little bit. early troubles for the points leader going in. And it's definitely been a showing of tested strength, but also a lot of it being patience on the fellow drivers as well as their comrades here. It's been a long season. That's putting it nicely for these guys. These guys have had to fight through all the pain, all the misery that they lay out on this track, on every track. And they've been doing everything they can to become a champion. They've been doing everything they can to become a winner. And just to give you guys an idea how close this points battle has been this entire season, we're going to look on to our leaderboard here of drivers that have finished where and when throughout season 1 for these in the championship series. We've had quite a few different winners, and week 1 it was the throttle Chantel Pottle in that number 5 machine. She won the very first time out on the series with Charlotte Motor Speedway. Week 2 it belonged to Dakota Bruh in the 52, managing to eke himself out a win there. And then in week 3, Jonathan Big Smoke Atkins at Phoenix Raceway took home the gold. And then in the week 4, we went over to Concord Speedway. Dakota yet again striking gold there and winning it. In week 6, it was Daytona International Speedway, and it was finally time for Robert Kahn to get himself a victory there. And not to skip over week 5, we did apologize. North Wilkesboro, it was going to Jonathan Atkins. Week 7, it was Lanier National Speedway for that one right there. The pride of Texas, the one you don't mess with Texas. And the boys, Cowboys, number 24 machine, getting the win in. Not only that time, but actually today, they actually won their game. Surprise, surprise. Week 8, Myrtle Beach, it went to Jonathan Atkins again in a heated battle between her and Jonathan Atkins, but it was all Atkins that night. And then week 9 last week, it was Robert Kahn, your race winner. Strong crowd on hand, the biggest crowd we've ever seen here on PTM Racing TV, and it's good to have you guys with us. Join us now as we bring them to life. Green flags high in the air yet again. Right off the front stretch they go. Dakota Bruh now seems to have a little bit of an edge as he goes in the outside line. He tries to hold his own there, tries to keep his position there, but here comes Kayla McCarthy to the inside. Now they work him on down around turn 2. On the back straightaway they go. Dakota Bruh trying to hold his own there, but McCarthy's a feisty one. She will not give up when she needs to. She will keep on it. Work him on in there. You see him. Oh! Contact made there by Dakota Bruh! Big trouble on the front stretch. We've got crumbled cautions coming out. Oh, we got 3 flipped over in the air. We got Brandlinger and Keith Taylor upside down, and that is not good for the points champion right now. The points leader is going to be in some serious hot water for this one. He's going to have to get a tow, and so will Keith Taylor. I don't even know where to start with that one. Holy smokes, we're going to the PTM Instant Replay right now to check that one out. Dakota Bruh and McCarthy getting into it there, and I don't know if that's going to warrant the black flag. But we're going to take a look here. We're focused in on McCarthy and Bruh here. This was coming down the back straightaway. I want you to watch very carefully, though, as I watch coming out at turn 3 here. Watch this. We'll see if maybe Bruh got a little low or if McCarthy screwed it up. Looks like she did a little bit, but Bruh was actually trying to hold it there. And then that's where all the trouble started. And the mayhem started up. You had a pile up on I-35 on the front stretch. We're going to go on board here with Dakota. We're going to show you another view here on what he saw when all this started up. But boy, oh boy, that was not the start you wanted to see on his end. We're going to go on the onboard here. We're going to show you how close it was off that run. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. It looked like maybe he just got a little bit sideways there. And McCarthy just had nowhere to go. Unfortunately, though, that brought the caution out. A lot of the drivers have to go in pit side here and get situated out and figured out here. Tough break early for Dakota. He's trying to get back into the points race and try to get a win here. Hey, Lance Brandlinger, he's also right now in the hunt to claim his first season championship. And unfortunately, that little wreck is not going to help him out too much. You got a good look at the pride of Texas, the one you don't mess with, Texas, McCarthy. What a challenger she has been this entire season. She's been on her game every time out. I mean, occasionally a bobber or two, but when she gets it down, she's got it down. Unfortunately, though, her and Dakota Brugge getting into it there, not easy to, it's not hard to do on this track. This track will eat you alive when you least expect it. You see Matthew Hoffer there in the 84. He's got some serious damage up on the nose of that Chevrolet machine. We'll see how that plays out for him here as they work him on in around. Shane Ledoux in the 51 Chevrolet City. Last time out, he had a close counter to actually get the third spot and get his very first podium race win in at Thompson. Unfortunately, though, a bobble and a mistake cost him there, allowing the others to get ahead of him and taking over that position. Cindy Taylor waiting to come on out of pit road. So is Keith Taylor there. They have to wait for the pit lane to open up as they bring him on around down turn 2. They will give, now here's a heads up for everybody here. They will allow the drivers to get their lap back considering the circumstances of what happened. They will allow that. However, after the halfway mark, those drivers that had gotten their laps back, now they're going to have to work off what they've been given because they don't have any more freebies. So at that point, it's going to be all about timing, persistence, and speed, as well as consistency here. Wait a minute. McCarthy not quite opening up the door there. Cindy and Keith need to get around. Come on, Pride of Texas. You got to let them around sometime. And she will let them finally go by there. Try to give them their time back and some laps back here. Looks like they weren't under the caution too long here, so it looks like they'll bring them on around and give them a fighting chance here. It looks like actually the officials are giving me word right now they're going to let them only get one lap back because of the fact we are in a heated competition. They are not in contention for the points win, unless you count Cindy Taylor in there. But since they're not lined up just yet, they're going to allow them to stay on going here. We'll go around one more time here. If you guys are in the comment section here on PTM Racing TV, be sure to comment up a little bit and also like, share, and follow us here on PTM Racing TV, and then like, share, and subscribe up on YouTube. We will have this race in its entirety up on YouTube tomorrow night. Do appreciate everybody tuning on in here tonight and giving us a little look in. It's been definitely a really wicked season. Not only figuring this out with you guys, but also working it on in. In the comments section, you got Kathleen Crawford rooting on the old rattlesnake himself, Bobby Kahn. Calm and quiet he is right now. Team Rattlesnake will be in it for this one. Basil Stanley rooting on Dakota Brugge. And the Rusty Nuts, number 52. He's in the hunt still. He's just got to get some points back in this one. Mike Kruger saying work him on in. And then Mike Hill, the big one. Yeah, that was there. And Billy Pennington as well. Join us on in. Work them on in now. Down there in front stretch they go. We're bringing them on around. On around turn 1 they go. Here they bring him into turn 2 here. And down the front back straightaway they go. They'll bring him on around down. Bobby Kahn has overtaken the lead here from McCarthy. Oh, trouble there for the throttle. Chantel gets loose off of turn 3. She's able to save it there, but she's got some work to do there. That's some serious momentum lost there from her end. Bringing them on around here. You got the battle in the back here. Wow, trouble there for McCarthy. McCarthy's got serious troubles back there. She has spun out, and that's calling for the caution. There, wait a minute. Why are they not calling the caution? There it is. I was about to say, the race officials were trying to call for cautions for what I've been told, but they did not do it there. Well, folks, bring them on around now. We'll get them all situated out. We'll go to the PTM Instant Replay and find out what happened there. That was definitely not what you wanted to see there. I'm not even sure what happened with McCarthy there. Here's the Instant Replay. This is the camera we had on her at the moment there when the incident happened. And she overdrove that corner there, and unfortunately it spun her around, which started up the madness. Dakota Brugge getting into Ralph's there, and unfortunately that's where all the trouble started. We'll go on board here with Dakota Brugge and see how bad he took that one in, because it looked like he's got some serious damage on that machine. Looks like the motor might be gone. He does have an instant repair though he can use. Let's take a look here. Looks like Chantel got a little bit in there with Dave Bitchner, and that's actually what spun her around the first time. Trouble there for her, and unfortunately it slowed her down quite a bit there. You can hear the momentum they have to carry through those front stretch, through those straightaways. And you can see he didn't even realize where to go or what to do, and then all of a sudden, bam! Right into McCarthy. He went and didn't have anywhere to go there. Tough break there for him, and he is in pit side now, getting a fresh set of tires and a fresh set of it. Well, not fresh set. I mean, he's got a full-on engine being remade in that machine right now. And that's going to open up the door to Matthew Hoffer here. Bringing them on around. They will give them another opportunity here. And we'll see how it all plays out here. Once again, we get them all taken care of. And early on, folks, it's definitely going pretty crazy right now, to say the least. Well, it is early, folks, but right now your race leader is that old rattlesnake himself, Robert Kahn. Tonight's race has been brought to you in part by Matt Mills Racing Team. If you're looking for the best racing team out on the Xfinity Series to root for and cheer on, be sure to visit up Matt Mills Racing Team. The driver of the number 5 Xfinity Series has sponsored us, as well as going into Season 2 this next time around. We want to say thank you on behalf of Pedal to the Metal Racing League for sponsoring us, Mr. Matt Mills, and we wish you the best endeavors and all the stuff you got going on in your next seasons around. If you want to follow up Matt Mills Racing Team, follow him up on Facebook and Twitter at Matt Mills Racing. And of course, also our friends over at Pottlez Wrapz. Pottlez Wrapz, if you've seen some of the designs on these cars, including that U.S. Air Force Afterburner that's coming into your screen, they were actually done over by Pottlez Wrapz. Pottlez Wrapz is one of the best graphic designers and wrap designers on the market for an affordable price. If you're looking for something that you can call your own, that you don't have to break the wallet on, be sure to visit Pottlez Wrapz today up on Facebook. Back to the action here. We get them all situated out and get them ready to go for another green flag green start here. We will see them bring their cars to life once again. Again, the season championship on the line, so you can tell everybody is in way on their heads, and I think, in my opinion, they're definitely thinking what is the best thing to do and what is the best way to hit their line at, because they just want to win, but at the same time, for those points, guys, they've got to find a way around lap traffic now, because they're definitely in some strong territory there. Dave Bitchner's Punisher, then you saw that U.S. Air Force Afterburner of Cooper Rollins coming right to your screen. If I'm Shane LeDoux right now, I ain't checking my mirrors anytime soon. That is a scary beast coming at you, and that's one thing with the U.S. Air Force that you can't mess around with, is they will take you on, just like the U.S. Army does. Bringing them on around now. It's front stretch. The green flag is up with the 1 to go signal, so we will let these guys bring them around, double file, and get them restarted here. We will see how everything is taken care of here and how all this goes down. Just real quick, we want to mention that some of the rules may be in different effect because of the fact we are running with the season championship on the line, so we try to give it a fair advantage, try to give it a fair race from what I'm being told from the race officials, so we'll see how it all plays out here. Bring them on around turn 4 though. Enough of that talk. It's time to bring these cars and the stars back to life. This time around, they're back on the throttle. Here we go. Immediately off that start, Matthew Hoffer does battle here with Robert Kahn. They go side by side down out of turn 2 here. Robert Kahn trying to hold his own there around Matthew Hoffert. Hoffert needs a point stay and a half if he wants to become season championship today. Work them on in around turn 3 going into 4. He goes up to the high side there. He's going to try to work them on in there. Meanwhile, down low, you can saw 3 white salute there. As they brought him on around, you can see Dakota Bruz trying to get some serious momentum built back up here, going side by side with Dustin Rouse. Now Cooper Rollins opening up the door to some drivers. Dave Fisher's up on the track. Trouble there for Nelson Sonaker, though. Sonaker getting into a little bit of a pickle there, and he got some serious carnage put on him as they work him on around turn 3. Caution's coming out. Well, that was not what you wanted to see there, unfortunately, and that brings out the replay. find out exactly what happened there, what went wrong. Dustin Slonaker looked like he might have got a little tag or two there, unfortunately, from the pride of Texas herself. But let's see here. Bringing them on around. Dave Bitchner, actually, you can see him getting loose there. Oh, right there, yeah. McCarthy had nowhere to go and unfortunately tagged Slonaker, which unfortunately brought out the caution there. Get them all situated out and re-racked, restack, and all that. Bring them around again. Well, back and run around yet again. USA International Speedway living up to its reputation as being a hard track to master and a hard track to beat. But nevertheless, right now, we'll see how it all plays out. They're going to bring him on again, and hopefully we can get ourselves some green flag racing here. But the track right now is winning over these street stock drivers. The last season championship for these guys will be on Thursday night for the Legends Series, that is. But we will see these drivers and more in just a couple weeks in a whole nother class and a whole nother set of tracks. And let me tell you, for what we know going on in from our broadcast booth, boy, can we not wait to show you guys what these guys and gals have got in mind and what they've got in store for you at home. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is Robert Kahn's face on the actual car itself. Why he put it there, I have no idea. He should have put a mask over it while he was at it, but nevertheless, I'm probably going to get some hate from his brother and his mom from that, and his wife from that one. Bring him on around down turn 4 here into the front stretch. Still not quite halfway there yet, but we'll see how it all plays out. You got some damage there up on Matthew Hofford's machine there. Serious damage up on that machine, but he'll bring him on around still. It's still working, and it looks like he'll be okay for the long run here. We'll just see how it all plays out for him. Dakota Bruss still in the hunt. Right there, actually, between each other right there is the points leader and second place. Boy, that must be a friendly conversation right now if they were out of the car. Those two are looking to try to end the season on the highest note of them all and become the champion. Will they be able to do it here? We'll find out as they bring him on around turn 4. We still got ourselves a whole track race left here to go. Bring him on around turn 4. They wait for the green flag, and it's out. Here we go. Back down, around down the front straightaway they go immediately. Right off the bat, Robert Kahn holds his lead and holds his own. He's got Matthew Hofford, though, right in his sights, catching up. Bring him on down around turn 2. They will come into your living room. Oh, Chantel, the throttle bottle, it's spinning around yet again. Spinning around hard there, hard trouble there for her. The caution will not come out. No, only 2 cars must be involved in this one for they to call it. But so far, it looks like they're going to keep it going here. Chantel's got it back under wraps, ready to go here. The one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy, trying to get through boys 24. And attention now, Shane Ledoux's got big trouble back there. Shane Ledoux on the back straightaway goes right into the wall and goes for a ride and a half. I think the motor might have blew in that one. Dustin Racz now getting loose out of turn 4. There is carnage all over the place. Now you got a battle between the military, the U.S. Air Force Afterbird versus the Army Brat of Cindy Taylor in the 7. Side by side, they take it on down to turn 3. We'll bring him on turn 4, and the Brat seems to have figured it out here. Shane Ledoux, blown motor. He's going to get it back in there and try to get it repaired as soon as he can. Dakota Bruss trying to get some momentum built up. Matthew Hofford right now just trying to stay with Robert and maybe make his move later. The anxiety is definitely starting to wear and tear on these drivers. It's starting to show, and you can see it in their hearts and in their minds. They're just wanting to win this last one out here, but they also want a field day in points and get something going for themselves here. Bring them back down around out turn 1. We'll bring him on into turn 2 here. Jeffrey Oakes currently in the 4th slot right now, trying to get up there with Lance Brantlinger. That's one thing Matthew Hofford doesn't want to see right now is Lance Brantlinger in his rear view. Bringing him on around, though. Hofford has the battle there. He's got to deal with Robert Kahn. He's trying to get a little bit of a draft built up here. Bringing them on in around turn 1. They'll go into turn 2 here. Robert Kahn in the 21 still holding his own here as they bring him on down the backstretch. Robert, undecisively, 2-time winner here. He has been in the hunt before. He has been in the championship series before in other platforms. Now he looks to try to get himself another field day in the points and to prove next season that he's out for blood, he's out for revenge, and he's willing to strike when he needs to. Meanwhile, Cindy Taylor, one of the only other drivers that can win it, that can actually get a chance in the points race right now, is battling it out here with Caleb, the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy. Bringing them on around, though. Looks like the tires might be giving out a little bit because Dakota Bruh is starting to gain some ground here and build up position. The Rusty Nuts 52 machine is running in the 6th slot right now, trying to get up there with the Superflow number 8 of Keith Taylor to get up for 5th. Taylor holding his own here as they bring him on around now. Jeffrey Oaks holding on as well. He's been in the podium before last time out, yet we talked with him. He said it was about time he got there, and he was proud to be in there. He finished 3rd last time in the Legend Series. Now he wants a strong finish here in the Street Stocks to end his season on a high note. Meanwhile, the one you don't mess with Texas now going to challenge Dakota Bruh in the 52 Rusty Nuts machine. These guys and gals not giving an inch here. We're almost at the halfway point. Clean racing so far. Chantel is back out on the infield. She's opened up her own lawn care service. Might be troubles for her there and having some serious issues. Keith Taylor opens the door wide open, and Dakota was nice enough to slam it right on him. Bringing him on down around out of turn 3. Here comes McCarthy now trying to battle there with Keith Taylor as they work them on in. These drivers not giving an inch here. They won't give you any slack or any room when you need to. They're going to try and run this one to the end. Back down the back straightaway they go. Taylor's been passed. We got a new 5th runner here as McCarthy has overtaken that position. These guys and gals not one to quit, but Robert Kahn right now has got a sizable lead over Matthew Hofford. He's actually going to catch up with Shane Ledoux there. Hofford right now just trying to hope for a miracle and a half to get around Kahn. Maybe hoping that maybe he'll burn his tires up more and he'll keep them centered out better. I got to think, though, because that fender's actually bent in a little bit more for Hofford, that actually is giving a little bit more momentum to get that tire burnt down into the ground better and actually get the sway bar to shift more to the left and allow the springs and the shocks to hold up. Might be just a thought on my end, but right now he seems to be working in pretty good. But Lance Brandlinger not out of the hunt yet. Dakota Bruh, I got to believe he's starting to burn those tires in a little bit. He's starting to work them on in more and more, and Chantel yet again down on the infield. It's troubles for the throttle. We'll see her next time out, though, in the Legends. Here comes McCarthy now to the inside. Bruh's going to try to battle it out here. They come down around turn 2. McCarthy looking to end this season on a big note and trying to get another podium finish. She's been in the hunt this entire season, but has yet to truly master and gain a serious full-on win after last time out at Myrtle Beach, when she went to war with Jonathan Atkins there, especially on that last lap. I guarantee you she wants another victory. Dakota Bruh wants another victory. But the problem is for Bruh, he's after a points championship as well. He's after the season championship. So there's a lot more at stake for him than you realize here, folks, as they bring him on around down the front stretch. Jeffrey Oaks starting to let up a little bit. He's starting to take more of the middle line, maybe trying to conserve the tires up a little bit, but that's just going to open up the door to Dakota Bruh. Bruh now putting the front bumper to the rear. Work them on in around now. They come on in. Caleb McCarthy trying to get in there as well as they bring him side by side down out of turn 4. These 3 drivers absolutely putting on for what they can and working their way on in. Jeffrey Oaks trying to get something going there. To the inside there, Bruh once more trying to battle it out here as McCarthy tries to hold her own. Lance Brandlinger in the Halloween number 15 machine, the points leader going into tonight, currently is still in a good contention to keep his points with and a win here tonight. He's just got to stay ahead of Matthew Hofford and Dakota Bruh when it comes to being in the back of the pack. Hofford, honestly, he needs a win, and he needs Brandlinger and Bruh way back there. And judging by the way things are going right now, looks like Brantlinger is starting to slow down a bit. Dakota Bro is starting to really build up some momentum here. He might have something here for Brantlinger. Working on around turn 2. You can see where they're holding their lines at. We're going to go on board here with Dakota Bro. I want you to just take close attention and how tight he's having to take that corner, how hard he's having to get to that yellow line and try to keep his positioning there. And that's really what it's been all about. Now he's going to try to take the inside line away. They work him on around turn 1 going into 2. He makes a pass around Brantlinger. New third place podium driver right now. You got Dakota Bro in the Rusty Nuts 52 holding his own. Maintaining his grip, maintaining his line in position here. As he's got a whole host right behind him still trying to battle with him. Dakota needs a field day and a half, but he's got to get up there with Robert Kahn and Matthew Hofford. And right now, times-wise, I'm seeing he's actually getting up there with Hofford. I think the damage starting to finally take its toll on Mr. Hofford, unfortunately. We'll go on board here with it, see how exactly it is. You can tell he's not hitting those turns nearly as hard. There is something wrong on the right side there. The damage is starting to kick up with him as we've reached the halfway point. That's going to give Dakota Bro the chance of a lifetime. And you know he definitely wants that right about now. Meanwhile, right behind him here, Jeffrey Oak's going to try and challenge Brantlinger, which I guarantee is going to make Bro pretty happy. He definitely needs a field day to have Brantlinger back in the pack away from Bro if he can get a chance at that. Brantlinger seems to have burned up a little too much here. He's just probably hoping for a little bit of luck and a little help here. But McCarthy's not going to give it to him as we work him on to around turn 2 to the back stretch. McCarthy makes a pass around. The Halloween 15 is in trouble of losing his win here and losing his point season championship. Dakota Bro right now, if he can find a way to get up there with Hofford and then find a way to get up to Kahn, I think that's going to be enough to actually be a field day for him and take over in the winner's circle. But Bro's going to have to figure something out here because Hofford is not going to let it up that easily. We've known Hofford long enough to know and tell you that he won't give you an inch. He won't give anybody any room when he needs to win it. He'll battle you to the end of his days. If you make the move and get around him, then he'll allow it, but that's the problem. He won't give you any openings. Work them on around now. Dakota Bro trying to get that inside line to work now. He goes inside there around turn 4, and now he works them on in for the battle for second. Side by side, they go down around turn 1. They go into turn 2. The bottom line starting to give to Dakota, and Hofford has to lose it here as they work him on down around turn 2. Dakota Bro now in the second spot, and he's trying to make some time up on Kahn, but Robert Kahn's not going to let up that easily. Bring them back around down the front straightaway. Bro will have the second slot, but Hofford will have the third. We're under halfway there now. We've got ourselves a battle. All positions matter. All positions are crucial. Hofford on the wall. Hofford went into the wall out of turn 2. He's able to save it and keep himself stable, but that's going to open up the door for Jeffrey Oaks to try to get some momentum built up on him. Caleb, the one you don't mess with Texas, also getting something going here in that number 24. New boys, Dallas Cowboys machine. If you look carefully there, folks, so you can actually see the brake rotors on the front of them just burning up. They're really working them as they have to go into that turn there. Watch the rotors there as you see them coming around. You see the insides of those things are glowing yellow. And glowing red at times. That's because they are working those brakes as hard as they can, and those pads are starting to really start to dig into the metal, and once that metal starts digging in, you're going to see sparks flying on them. On around down turn 2, now to the back straightaway we go. Now McCarthy looks to try to get that inside line away from Oaksy. Oaksy tries to hold his own. He's going to start to fob a little bit. McCarthy trying to get something going here. We're on board here with the one you don't mess with Texas. You can just see where she's trying to hang her line and where she's trying to hold her position at. Dakota Bro right now is just trying to hope for a field day and a miracle to get gone. But I think if anything, I would just be hoping that you don't see a caution come out. Now they work them on the inside there around Halford. They'll go inside there out of turn 4. Bringing them on around now. Jeffrey Oaks still holds his own though, and McCarthy trying to give him a little push without throwing him around. The brake rotors there, you see them there. They were lighting up pretty good there. Now they calm down because they're not on the brakes anymore. Now there they go yet again. Lightning, blood, red, and yellow. That's the brake rotors going into effect. These guys and gals are working them in like it's nothing. Dakota Broad nearly 5.5 seconds away from Robert Kahn, the old rattlesnake, the Pony Express, whatever you want to call him. He is right now your race leader. You got yourself a serious field right behind him though, working him on in. Lance Brantlinger now looking to challenge back. He saved his tires up. Now he's going to try to get something going here as they work him on around turn 4. These drivers battling this very, very tough track. This being 100 laps to the distance, and incredible they've been able to work them on in now after those little bobbles into. Our track tech talk shows that this is a 3/4 track with 14-degree banking turns and 2-degree straightaways. And the main thing here is just all about hitting that bottom line and securing it. The middle line has rhythm, it has groove, but it's very difficult to actually maintain and follow for a multitude of reasons. In the comment section right now, and I will be checking them every now and then, the old rattlesnake right now, Team Rattlesnake going into effect as Kenneth Crawford has joined us. And then everybody else we mentioned before still here with us right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in and supporting these drivers throughout the season. This season 1 has definitely been a struggle for some and a battle for others. But we can promise you, coming into next season, expect some crazy things to come because we've got a whole host of new things coming our way. Dustin Rouse right now currently trying to get some time back. He's about 4 laps down. He was one of the only other drivers to actually get a points race in. And right now he's falling further and further back. Cindy Taylor and Keith Taylor, unfortunately as well, are far behind one another. The brother and sister duo. How many times have we talked about those guys and gals tonight just battling it? It seems like no matter where we go, they're always at each other's throats. Meanwhile, now you got McCarthy trying to get the inside line away from Oaksey. Jeffrey Oaks, unfortunately, not given too much momentum off of those corners and exits, and that's allowing McCarthy to allow herself to get the draft there and build some build up there. 34 laps remaining in this one. Now to the inside, here goes McCarthy. Now she works them on in. They're going to go side by side down that front straightaway. Look at this move here by McCarthy. She swings it straight down to the bottom. Right down low, swings it on in, says, let's see where this goes. She gets that maneuver made, and she has made the pass around out of turn 2. Secured the pass out of turn 2. Got it out of turn 1, I should say, but now she's got Dakota Brown in her sights. If there's one driver that would love to play spoiler, that's definitely her right now. Bring him on around turn 2. Your battle seems to be from 3rd and 5th on back. Now Lance Brantlinger's got Hofford right in his rear view mirror. And I can tell you right now, Brantlinger does not want to give up any more positions considering the points race right now. And this will be a huge turning point if Dakota Bra is able to get in the lead or just hold a 2nd place spot. Nevertheless, right behind him there, you see Dave Bichner as well. The Punisher number 3 kind of getting some momentum built up here. Trying to get something figured out and trying to get something going here. As I bring him on around, Dustin Rouse now trying to get up there with Cindy Taylor, the Army brat. We've mentioned before, we'll say it again. We want to congratulate the Taylors on their son going on in to the Army this night. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate you guys being able to work for the service and work for your country. May God be with you, and God bless you both for the hard work and dedication you've done for them. Right now, the super flow of Keith Taylor, though, and that number 8 machine working them on in. Down out of turn 4 they go, and you can see these guys still just trying to hold their own and maintain their line. Those tires are burnt up, though, I guarantee you. So trying to make passes now is easier said than done. You can hear the cars in the background and the momentum they're carrying through. They're all just trying to hold their own and trying to maintain something here as they work them on around down out of turn 4 yet again. Brantlinger in the hunt. He's got Hofford right in his sights. Hofford now going to try to overtake around for the 5th slot. Baylor McCarthy is still in the 3rd slot right now, and Oaksey just trying to hold his own. Jeffrey Oaks has been in the contention in the hunt for quite a while this season. He just hasn't got the finishes he wants to. On back down around out of turn 4 they go. They'll bring him on in, and you can see the battle between Hofford and Brandlinger. Brandlinger trying to do what you've seen a lot of at Pocono and Indy in the last couple weeks between the other leagues, and that's trying to get the draft out of the way. They're coming lying into your living room. Bringing them on down, turn 3, head into 4. Hofford still in the hunt, still in the chance. He's going to have to figure something out here. On, back down, around, out of turn 2. Here they go. Brandlinger still trying to figure something out, trying to maintain position. We haven't had a caution since the first 2 earlier. And that was pretty much where they all settled in and the drivers got everything figured out. Now they've seemed to just got it all down to a crisp in a team. You saw that right there, that bobble by Brandlinger. He's trying to back off and get Hofford away from getting inside there, trying to get a draft off him, because if he gets the draft and he can find a way on the inside there, he has to give that spot up, and that's where timing is going to really be crucial for him. Dave Bichner giving Hofford a little bit of a hand here, giving him a little draft, but also trying to help himself out here as we work them on around front stretch yet again here. Bring them on around, they'll come on down, and now Hofford opens the door wide open. Dave Bichner is nice enough to close it on him like a bad house guest. He just snuck his way on in. Like an intruder in the night, he snuck through the window and he closed it behind him so that no one saw the evidence, and Hofford's going to have to try to catch up to him and get that back on the case. Hofford is still in the points hunt, and he's trying to get himself a points win. Now look at this. McCarthy has actually made the pass around Dakota Bruh. That's not good for Dakota. She's going to have to figure something out. I think they were getting into lap traffic there. Dakota needs a field day and a half if he wants to win this one. And he's got to figure out a way around McCarthy if he wants to hold on to possibly getting a chance at the win. The season title's on the line. He's out of it by 10 points. He needs this. McCarthy, though, she's feisty, she's tough. One of the baddest women out on the circuit. That was Chantel as well as Cindy Taylor, man. They won't give you an inch, and they'll fight you to the end of your days. And Dakota knows this. He's going to have to find a line, start playing a little more harder on this without getting too aggressive. We've seen it before. They'll get a little too aggressive, a little too anxious, and that ends up costing them later on. Bringing them on around down at turn 4. Here they go down the front straightaway, and Kayla McCarthy still got a sizable distance on Bruh, but Bruh has got the draft in his favor with just over 20 laps remaining. This could be something here between these drivers. Shane Ledoux there in that 51 City Chevrolet getting out of the way. Meanwhile, Dustin Soninker trying to have a little bit of a battle here, if you will, in the Thank You Tanker number 50 with Chantel the Throttle Paddle in the Pepsi Cola number 5 machine. The old Pepsi Cola machine running them on in. We'll see a new design coming in next season. We've been told from her. She said she can't wait to unveil that one. And Soninker, well, he said he's full of surprises, so don't expect anything special. Well, I'll tell you one thing that you got to expect right now. That's the battle for second place right now. As Dakota Bruh still tries to work him on out around the front stretch. Under 20 laps remain, and Kayla McCarthy still holding her own, still maintaining her position here. Dakota getting really close down on that rear bumper. He tries to get the outside line away from McCarthy. That didn't quite work in his favor there. Bringing them on back down around. They are tight as can be and compact as all. McCarthy trying to hold on, trying to stay in the rhythm of it, trying to block that bottom line from Bruh. But Dakota is not going to give up too easily there. We're going to go on board here with Dakota. Watch them work down the backstretch. I want you to see how hard they have to hit those marks and how they're hitting those brakes too. Whoa, contact made there on McCarthy. But the tires seem to be burnt in enough to where they will not hurt too much. They won't give them too much problems anymore. But there is a little bit of a bump there on that front end, so that's definitely going to affect a little bit, I would think, on the face of Bruh. So we'll see how that all plays out here as they work them on in. Share us around and like us up here on PTM Racing TV. We're not quite done with this one yet, and these guys and gals would love to have all the views they can on these last 15 laps coming up here. Your battle right now is for second, and it couldn't be any bigger for Dakota Bruh. Lance Brandlinger is not far behind in position. These two going at it back and forth with one another. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Oaks is falling back in the pack here, while Lance Brandlinger, the 15-year points leader, is still in the hunt, still trying to get something going here. work them back down around out of turn 3. You can see how hard they're having to hit those brakes and how much those rotors have been burnt to shreds. Usually you see the Whelen Modified or the Legend Series going out of here, but tonight you brought the street stocks to life. This is where most people's journey start in iRacing, is at USA International Speedway with these legends, with the legends or the street stocks. And right now, it is definitely showing, because they have been working every single ounce of this track and every spot, and they've definitely got it down now. Jeffrey Oaks to the inside there around Sloanaker. Sloanaker opens the door up wide, and Oaksy, like the thief he is, he stole right in there and took back his position. Lap traffic will now come into play, but Brandlinger managed to get around that really easily. Oaksy probably not thinking that was the best case scenario for him. He's going to try to hold him off here. Jeffrey Oaks in the WJD Automotive machine, the JWD Automotive number 20 right now, trying to stay ahead there of Lance Brandlinger in that 15 machine. Meanwhile, Dakota Bruh lost a lot of time and ground there on McCarthy. That's not going to vote well for him there. We're down to just over 10 laps remaining in this one. And it looks like Bruh might have overclocked his tires and overclocked the steering, because he's starting to lose it. He's losing a lot of momentum on those turns, folks, and he's starting to really go up into the middle and drift up. That's not good. He needs to stay low and try to get some momentum build up to catch back up to McCarthy. Matthew Hofford behind all of them, though. He's just trying to stay ahead of Brandlinger and try to get around Dakota so he has a chance at winning this one. If you're wondering where our late race leader right now is at, well, he's about 8 seconds ahead of McCarthy and Bruh. That's Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn in the 21 machine. We don't have a clear picture on him right now because we're just letting them race and go out of here. Working them on in. Now here comes Oaksy. He's got trouble here. He's got Brandlinger on his rear. 10 laps to go as the flagmen showing them two high fives. They're saying it's time for the 10 to go here, guys. Matthew Hofford goes to the bottom, though. Something gone wrong for him. Loses it out of turn 2 there. That opened the door up. Now Brandlinger doesn't have to worry about him anymore. But he's still got to try to find his way around Oaks here if he's going to try to get him here as they come on around. Down low out of turn 2 they go. And now Oaks starting to lose momentum. He's trying to block the bottom. Trying to hold on. Trying to give it everything he can here. We've got a serious fan base going for Brian McCarthy right now. Those two were back and forth at it a little while ago. Wait a minute. McCarthy is in pit road right now. I'm not sure what happened with her there, but that's definitely going to be some serious trouble on her end. Matthew Hoffer now getting around Brandlinger yet again. Trouble for both drivers. It looks like the tires are burning up here. Dakota Redmond and Candace B. McCarthy rooting on their teams here. Rooting on their favorites, but Brandlinger trouble is brewing here. He is getting looser and looser. I think the tire's going down. You can see the left side there in the rear is starting to burn up a little bit. I think he might have got trouble there and something's burning in there. McCarthy coming back out on the track here. Brandlinger is in third right now, and Dakota Bruh, I don't know where he went. We had him in our sights and out of our mind here, but I don't know what happened to him there. He's actually now a lap down. I think he had to go pit side there because the tire built up, which now opened the door. Brandlinger is actually in the pits. Dave Bichner is up on the top of the scene there. What in the heck is going on? Cindy Taylor, the 7 now, is overtaken for the third. We've only got 6 to go this time by, folks. This is going to start getting crazy here. Pace, strategy, and pit strategy starting to come into effect, and now I think it's really affected all these drivers here. We're trying to get a glimpse and figure out where everybody is at right now. There's Dakota Brunt right now. He's currently, if he can't figure something out or get a caution here, he's going to be losing this one. He's lost ground and lost momentum here. They work him on in around, though. There is Cindy Taylor. Brandlinger is now in pit side there. I think he might have ran out of gas. It's hard to tell. Now Robert Kahn is in the pits. What in the world is going on? Jeffrey Oaks has taken the lead. I wish I had a word on what's going on here with these guys, but I think something has gone on with the pit strategy because they looks like they may have ran out of gas or tires burnt up too much. That opened the door for Cindy Taylor. She's got a chance to win it all here, folks. But Jeffrey Oaks right now, will he get his very first win in the JMO Auto Body number 20 here? He's just got a few more laps to complete. The green flag is coming up in the air, waving around, 2 to go. On back around, Robert Kahn now in the third slot. I don't even know what is going on anymore. This has just gone to complete madness. Did Jeffrey Oaks outsmart the field and outsmart everybody else? I wonder, because he's got a sizable distance on the front runners. They work him on down around out of turn 4. The white flag is being traded in from the green. We bring him on around. Now the white flag is out. And I keep saying it's wrong, but it's the JNO, not JNWWD or whatever. It's JNO Auto Body. I apologize, Jeffrey, but it's hard to tell in your car there, man. Work them on around down the back straight away they go. This is going to be interesting to see. We'll tell you how the points race goes here in just a minute. But out of turn 4 for the very first time in his career, Jeffrey Oaks wins his very first iRacing Pedal and Metal Racing League win. Cindy Taylor will finish second, third. If Robert Kahn can finish up and hurry there, he's going to get the third slot. Brandlinger is going to be 4 laps back. He's actually going to finish 10th. Dustin Rouse spins it out of the backstretch there. They're calling for the race. The race is over. Jeffrey Oaks, for the first time, getting his very first win, not only on the iRacing circuit, but it's only his second victory ever in Pedal and Metal history. He has never won on the street stocks, and he's never won here at USA International Speedway, but now he ends it here tonight with the victory, and what a way to go out for him. And you know what time it is now. It's time for a little celebration in the Oaks camp. This is the first time he's going to be able to actually get some burnouts in. Puts that up into the wall, and he's going to have himself a little fun here. Dakota Bra with the 4th spot, finished 5th, went to Hoffert. I gotta think, because Dakota Bra finished there, that's going to allow him to win the season championship. We're gonna find out right now what the call is and what the points are going to be set up. We're going to go to the iRacing circuit right now and take a look at the league itself and see where the officials and all the points have been calculated up at. But I can tell you right now, that driver right there in the JNO Auto Body number 20, Jeffrey Oaks, is a happy camper, and you gotta believe he's been waiting for this one for far too long. Stick around a little bit longer though here, guys. We're not done just yet. We've got ourselves some interviews to do here, and we're currently deciphering right now what the race has ended at and how did everyone finish. We're currently looking that up right now. We're waiting for the points to come in. If you don't want to stick around for that, that's okay. You'll find out about it here in just a little while. We are currently waiting for the points to come around. Still no official word. Still nothing yet. We're currently trying to refresh everything and get all situated out. I don't think we're going to see who is going to be your winner in Season 1 tonight just yet. Chantel Pyle putting it right into the wall. I think that's her way of saying she's done with these street stocks for the season. It's been a long, hard road for her, man. She was in it to win it from the very first race at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then unfortunately, it didn't quite all play out for her there. Well, we're waiting on right now Robert Kahn and Jeffrey Oaks, but we'll go ahead and talk down with Cindy Taylor here in Pitside. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're down here Pitside here with Miss Cindy Taylor. And Cindy, I gotta be honest with you, that was some serious, crazy action at the end. You just made a serious jump to the front, and you got yourself a podium finish, almost a race win. What was going through your mind when everyone was dropping like flies?
Yeah, I didn't understand it. My brother said he was a little low on gas, and I had like a pit of like 20 laps or so, I think, and I think that helped me out. I was able to stay out there.
Yeah, stayed out there. You were able to keep it going, and it seemed to work well in your favor. I gotta admit, that was biggest thing tonight, was just looked like tire consumption and gas consumption.
Yeah, the car, I started liking it. At first, when my tires were burning up, I was like, oh crap, and then then no, it started driving good.
It started driving good. It held out for the entire race, and nonetheless, even though you got involved in that little incident earlier with some of the folks there, I gotta ask you, how did you feel this entire season from day one until now?
Oh, I was super nervous. I didn't know what to expect. Really, this is my first racing online, and I've only had a couple of races like 20 years ago, so I was a little intimidated, but I feel comfortable now. I love it.
I definitely can say from when you started to where you're at now, it's definitely been a long, hard road for you, Cindy. But I've mentioned it on here on the broadcast before, and I think you'll even mention it here as soon as we get to the thanks to everyone there. But I gotta say, you ran that number 7 U.S. Army Brat machine tonight, and I know that meant a lot to you tonight.
Oh yeah, my son Casey, he just joined the army today, so it was a pretty emotional day, and to finish second, I mean that's just awesome. That just makes the day better.
It really does indeed, and again, from all of us here at PTM Racing TV, we do want to say, we will always will support our troops and all the people that do for their countries and their, especially this country that we live in today. And again, kudos to your family and everyone there, and we wish you nothing but best. But tonight, Cindy, I gotta ask you, last time you get to finish in the street stocks, how do you want to thank it tonight to your fans out there, your friends and family?
I want to thank PTM Racing, Matt Mills Racing, Pottlez Wrapz, and just all my friends and family, just everybody, all the other racers. I mean, it's been a heck of a season and fun. Everybody's great.
Absolutely, indeed. Well, it was a pleasure to have you on here this entire season, Cindy. Thank you again for joining us this season, and we'll see you next time around there.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, second place finisher here tonight, Miss Cindy Taylor. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring on our third place finisher here tonight. This is Robert, the Rattlesnake Con. Robert, I've got to think you ran out of gas there or something, or tires went. What happened? You had the lead for the entire section there. What went wrong? And it looks like we're having some troubles with him here, so actually we're gonna jump on over to the waiting. We're gonna jump on over here real quick.
Yeah, I
Oh,
couldn't even believe it. I was like ninth or 10th.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Just hold on, guys. We're having a little technical difficulties in the broadcast booth, so I just need you guys to be quiet while we talk to our con real quick, and then I'll talk with Jeffrey at the end, okay? Robert
Okay.
Kahn, nonetheless, third place finisher here tonight, and man, oh man, I gotta say, you had the lead for a while, then all of a sudden you lost it. Did you lose gas, or did you burn your tires up too much? What happened there?
I don't know. I was good. I could have went another 30 laps on tires, but I had 4 laps of fuel left with 10 or 11 to go. And I had a 16-second lead, and I don't think even if I slowed up 3 seconds a lap, I could have made it. So I'd rather take a finish than run out of gas on the backstretch, So it is what it is, though. It was a fun race. Oaksy won, so that's good. But all in all, it was a good season. That was a really fun first season, and ready for next season already, man.
Absolutely, indeed. Robert, I gotta admit, man, you were definitely one of the more improved here this season for everything you had to deal with and what you were working with. I gotta ask you, who do you want to thank here for this entire season?
Well, PTM TV, Matt Mills Racing. We have a whole bunch of sponsors coming on board for next season, so I'm looking forward to all that, and that's look forward to next season. You did a good job in the booth all season, man, so thank you for that.
That was just the easiest part here. You guys did the hard part down there, but nonetheless, Robert Kahn, congratulations here. Third place finish here tonight, even though you were lapped down. That's definitely something for USA. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right, Robert Kahn finishing third here tonight, folks. All right, now, folks, we're going to go ahead and talk with our race winner here tonight, and we just got word of an updated point center, but we'll talk real quick with Mr. Jeffrey Oaks. Jeff, I gotta admit, man, I've seen you win your very first race back on Heat 5, or Heat 4, I should say, when we were running them trucks, and now you won it here at USA International Speedway. Tell me, how does this feel, buddy?
Man, yes. Yes. It's a weight lifted. My goodness. Oh, it feels so good. It feels like it's been so long coming. Like I've had strong runs and my finishes just haven't shown for it. And
Turn that down.
I just need to break in, get that win, get that W out the way, get that monkey off my back, and go get some more now.
Yeah, man, it definitely seemed like you held out for as long as you could there. I gotta believe fuel strategy was the biggest kicker there for you. What was going through your mind though when all of a sudden you saw the guys and gals in front of you start to drop like flies there because they were losing gas or they were burning up too much tires?
I was shocked. For once, I had luck going my way. When I pitted with that accident with, I don't know, 18 or 20 laps in or whatever, I pitted because got ran over, whatever. And I didn't have fuel clicked off, and so it started filling on its own. And by the time I'd realized it was, 2-3 seconds, and I clicked it off, and apparently that was enough to get me to victory lane because I would have never guessed fuel was going to be an issue. And when they started saying they were low on fuel, and my spotter never come on and told me, so it was, for once I had luck go my way.
It definitely went your way tonight, and man, oh man, what a finish here for you. So Jeff, I gotta ask you before we call it a night here, buddy, who do you want to thank you for this one?
My wife, my son, for all their support, everything they do for me, support me in this racing, my crazy hobby. PTM, both the league and the TV, appreciate you guys for everything you do. Matt Mills Racing, Courtesy Christ Jeep. You guys need a vehicle, stop on out there. Archon will hook you up. And that's everybody and all my family and everybody out there for supporting what we do.
Yeah, Jeff, I can finally say it, man. You're the top dog here tonight. Congratulations here.
Feels good.
First win of your career in iRacing for the League Series. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight for the first time ever. It is Jeffrey Oakes in the number 20 machine. All right, now we have confirmation. The points are in. You've got the screen up. That is right there, the Havoline number 15 of Lance Brantlinger. Lance, joining me in the booth now here at Victory Lane, and what a season you had, sir.
Thank you very much. It was stressful to tell you. Tonight, at the end there, I wasn't looking at the fuel correctly, and I didn't even have to pit. I missed my pit stall, went around, hit it the second time, and I was in there for maybe 2 minutes. And luckily, I was up by 10 points in the standings. I would have lost it.
I mean, it seemed to work out though for you in your favor. I don't know how you felt out there when the car was starting to break down, but for all it was worth, you had to hold on to some serious competition. I know Dakota Bro was really challenging up there. He was starting to really build some momentum, and then all of a sudden, I think he just ran out of gas or burnt the tires up too much. But also even McCarthy did that, and Robert Kahn lost too much fuel, and that ended up his night. But I gotta admit, man, you definitely seem like one of the most consistent drivers out here. Despite not winning a single race, you actually taken home the season championship. What does that feel and mean to you tonight?
It means a lot. I mean, I had a chance there at Daytona, that one race with Robert, and I thought I had him, and he snuck up on the outside of me and got me in that race. Or I thought I won that. But consistency for me is the most important thing. I try to save tires during the race as much as I can. I was running like fourth or fifth there towards the end when I didn't read my fuel strategy right. I was catching the 20. But then I was messing around. I was messing around with the fuel thing to try to get the fuel what I wanted in the fuel, and I ended up dropping back a little bit. But yeah, consistency for me is the main thing. I was even like that with the heat races and so forth, and try to save my tires as much as I can, and that's what I do. And just the simulation races, just done for the class races. All those guys just run out there and burn their tires up, so I just sit back and wait and eventually catch them. So that's I use strategy every time I race, definitely.
Well, strategy played into your favor tonight, and it won you your very first season championship. So I'm gonna ask you, man, and this is gonna be probably a long list of folks, but who do you want to thank for this season championship?
First of all, I'd like to thank my family for putting up with me all these nights, being out down here on the computer and playing these games, and Matt Mills Racing, of course, Pottlez Wrapz, PTM TV, yourself, Chris. I appreciate everything you do for us, and boy, Just it's a exhilarating feeling to be finally a champion in some league that I've been in. But thank you so much for everything. You do a great job in announcing. I love watching your broadcast, even when we're not racing. I watch. It's just fantastic.
I was thinking it was going to be a longer list than that. I didn't need to be on that list to begin with, but nonetheless, Lance, I mean, it's always an honor to call these guys and everyone out here, and especially, the ladies of our field, the tough drivers, from the rookies to the veterans. There's always a place here in Pedal to the Metal, and that's for sure, and it proved here tonight. But nonetheless, Lance, you can say you're the top dog for this entire season going into the next series on season 2. I gotta say this, man. You ran your race, you ran consistent, and you finally got it in victory lane. Congratulations tonight for the season 1 championship, buddy.
Thank you so much, my friend.
All right, thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Your race winner here tonight, season champion, I should say, not race winner. Your season champion overall in the season 1 Street Stocks is going to be Lance Brantlinger in that Aveline number 15 machine. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after all the excitement, all the chaos, and all the carnage, it's going to be over here for the Street Stocks. The Legends will come out Thursday night one more time around and get one last chance to try to take home the gold. And I can tell you right now, there's a points race and a half over there. So if you want to see it all, you better like, share, and follow us up here on Facebook at PTM Racing TV, and also like us up over at Twitter at League PTM. And then, of course, if you're on YouTube, tomorrow night we'll be over for the Heat 5 series. We'll be working with Rev Limit for another little broadcast. Be sure to subscribe over there for some action there. But real quick, before we go, we always want to mention our sponsors here at Matt Mills Racing Team. Guys, thank you so much over at Matt Mills Racing Team for the love and support you guys have brought to us this season. If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't even really have gotten this off the ground and be able to get everything situated out. Thank you so much for your undying support. You guys will need a team to support in the Xfinity Series, and that's up and coming and rising amongst the ranks. There ain't no better team to go over than these good folks over at Matt Mills Racing Team. The top tier team in Xfinity looking to get themselves further up in the series. Be sure to visit up Matt Mills Racing up on Facebook and Twitter for more information. And then, of course, our friends over at Pottlez Wrapz. Pottlez Wrapz is the best graphic wrap designer, or one of, if not the best, if you will, that makes the most affordable designs at the low cost price. If you're looking for a hot rod you want to throw out on the track and show to the world, but you don't want to break the wallet, Pottlez Wrapz is the absolute no hands, no way, no how, say it ain't so, way to go. Pottlez Wrapz is always taking orders and always taking in some new designs. If you guys want your design brought to life, be sure to visit them up on Facebook for more information. And all of our people over in Facebook land, and all of us over here at PTM Racing TV, whether it be here on Twitter, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook, we just want to say again, thank you. Thank you for everything. I know these Pedal to the Metal maniacs definitely loved all the action you guys gave it all this season. They can't wait to unveil what they've got coming out in season 2, which will only be a couple weeks away, so you're going to have to like us up here to catch up on that. We do have more leagues coming up this season that we'll be broadcasting and talking about as time goes on, but for now anyway, we're going to call it quits and call it a night here. From all of us here at PTM Racing TV, be sure to tune in Tuesday night for a little special event from Split Decision, and then Wednesday night, of course, for the old school, and then the season championship for the Legends here in Pedal to the Metal on Thursday with the Mississippi Dirt to follow. We'll catch y'all next time out when the green flag flies once more. Be safe, God bless, take care, good night, and see you later.